we'll just put a sign on the highway saying warning, amphibious vehicles only from this point. Right, let's try and keep... So what we can do is we can send the rail line towards this road and run it that way. And then it's not in the way of any building we're doing. I think we can probably adjust that. Good evening, Max. Judge Foxy, no problem. You know what, it's probably just easier to delete the road. Who are we joining to? There it is. Right, that gives us plenty of space. I don't know if we'll need to use this or not. You have to give Pringles a week's notice for your birthday and anniversary, still forgets. Why am I not surprised? Brother Mug, thank you for 17 months. So, if we create another road down here. Give us a decent platform. You can't even remember what day we're on. Mrs. Don't tell him it's Thursday. For the man who can remember thousands of jokes, Mrs. Don't. And he can't even remember your anniversary. Right. Remember when the F1 starts? That's March, isn't it? It's not far away. Having a beach area? I hope not. Just trying to think about the major roads and stuff. Technically it started this week with all the car reveals, Ruben. Well, they don't stop through the winter, do they? They do all the... Like, they work flat out through winter. It must be great working in that industry, but... super hard work. Roller coaster and Ferris wheel. Nice.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Uh-oh. Slightly messed up. No. Roller coaster, blimey. Do we have to build it? Oh no, it's just a prefab. Oh boy. That is massive. Oh my life. Oh, the terrain here is just nasty. Oh my god, that's a vertical coaster, look at that. I want to go with this. That's pretty cool. That's now a 5-star. Nutterland, 5 stars. You wouldn't go on there? I would. I definitely would. Looks amazing. Mr. Helipilot, hope you're well, sir. Thank you for the host. Hope you've had some good flying today. I'm a madman. Well, this is it, Phillips. Like, I don't like... I couldn't go on this. I couldn't go on that. That would make me throw up. But I could easily go on that. I love going, like, up and down and even loops, but I don't like being spun. Which is what that is. Why are you scared of roller coasters that like on rails, literally on rails? You go on the bungee. You know why I won't go on the bungee, Mrs. Stone? You know why? It's It's not that. The fact that it flicks you up and down, I'm fine with. If you watch what happens when it goes up, it basically tumbles like that. And it's the spin thing. I don't like being spun. And I don't want to be like tumbled like that, uncontrollably. That would just make me just say hi to lunch again. Need to get power down here. I think we'll actually take a feed from this. No idea, firefighter. Don't like experiencing high G-forces. Right. We've got water, we've got power. We need some kind of fire services. Fire, police. We'll even give them a small clinic. Right, I need to get a metro in here as well. Doesn't having disasters turned off defeat the challenge of the game because all you really do is traffic manage, that's about it. Well, personally, I think there's a lot more to Skylines than disasters. Disasters was a DLC. So if you didn't have that DLC, everything else is the Skylines game. And I don't think it's about traffic management. I think it's about creativity and management of the Sims and their needs. Without throwing fireballs in, there's still a lot to do. But ultimately, Skylines really is about creativity. There's a lot of traffic management, I'm not going to deny that. But if you see some of the cities that people build, crazy. You know what, I think we'll probably go with, I think we can get away with interconnecting roads. Minecraft in creative mode is also fun. I don't think Minecraft has ever built itself as a creative game, did it? I don't know. It turned out that way, but before creative mode was brought along. It's kind of about a survival type thing. And then people got into pixel art and all kinds of things. What's the game where you just had to manage traffic with bus lanes, trams? I don't know, Andy, to be honest. Don't know. You remember pay-as-you-go internet with AOL discs? Yep.
Oh, yeah,
CompuServe, AOL. It's all got going. Dial-up bulletin boards. Geordie Raccoon, thank you for the bits. What are we going to call this district? Well, we're building oil. Well, we're building an oil refinery. Let's put the cargo terminal about here.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Oilstown. Oily nuts. Uh-huh. United Arab M nuts. United Arab M nuts. I quite like that, puppies. That's pretty good. Chris Sturd, welcome back. It's not really a valley though, is it, Paul? Because you've got water on one side. So that's not a valley. Oil be back. Oh boy. I think maybe... I'm going to stop people turning left into this. And likewise, I'm going to stop them turning left down there. So you go straight over. Crumbs, how you doing?
Welcome back, Nutter.
Wait, how do we... Oh, we can't... Can we not... We can't name that. Or is it because I've not put down the management centre? Could be that, actually. Or then just do main building. So I'm thinking we can probably... I don't think anything actually goes there, does it? Also serves as industry's area headquarters for city service vehicles. I can't remember if vehicles go in and out of this thing. Small oil pump, oil sludge pyrolysis plant, and a small crude oil tank farm. Okay. Why is it complaining about a break in electricity? They're making a movie called The Composer. Stallone is playing Beethoven. Willis is playing Mozart, and Ali said he will be back. "7 Days to Die." No, not planned at the moment, Mr. Sutherland. Right, we need to get some stuff in here, such as McDonald's. Need a metro as well. We'll put McDonald's right next to the police station. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Likewise, we'll have the cost of our... and we'll put a metro down as well. This is what we want to link into here. Suppose you could still call our current internet cable, except instead of actual cable, it uses Cat5 Wi from the box. Where our internet comes into my room. Not sure what you mean, firefighter. I mean, doesn't it tend to be like optical fiber cables straight to the box down the road, and then the box to my house uses copper cabling, and then it comes into the modem, where it's then turned into a Cat5 cable. So there's actually 3 different kinds of cable for me. Guncat, welcome back. Jory Van Emden. I can't say your name. Yuri Van Emden, I think it is. Thank you for your support, Yuri. Welcome to the Net House. Thanks for the nutty welcome, Captain Flint. Snake the Jake and Crystal Red, welcome back. So I reckon we want to have one here and probably... so I might move that. And kind of loop it through, come around. Trying to encourage it to do a loop rather than the kind of shuttle style. Old Drew, explain how we're doing. Farm sim, no plans. You have fibre to your house, then your house has copper wiring because it was built pre-World War II. You're lucky to get fibre all the way into your house. They don't even offer that here yet. Creating new line. Right. It's a good chunk of the infrastructure. Do you know what else I might put here? Might put some kind of unique building here. Like the Statue of Industry, if I can find it. What else have we got? Statue. That one. As you come in. Could be kind of fun. Right opposite the main centre. I'll leave it there. Cool. We're almost ready to start moving in. You can get fibre 1,000 in the city. Dude, I wish. I really wish. Right, let's have a look. So we can build a small oil pump. So you can't build these out here, can you? Must be placed by a roadside. How am I supposed to extract this oil? I think we've got a problem here. Because I need... What is it that I use to actually extract oil from the sea? Does anybody actually know? You will unlock the offshore oil rigs later, Hannah. Hannah, I don't have... Okay. I have some oil here. Do I need to... So basically I need to get this oil before I can start getting this oil. Yay. That sucks. Terraform the land. We could do. We could invent an oil deposit. Maybe we just happen to find a lucky patch of oil down here. Oh look. How fortunate. To be fair, after a while you did just paint oil on your city. I'm not surprised. I kind of see that as a bit of an oversight. I don't see why you can't have offshore platforms from the word go. But anyway. So I don't know how many of these things we need. 8,000. They seem awfully small. Is that it? You just like line them up next to each other. Oil rig is step 4 and 5. Oh my god. And then we need oil sludge pyrolysis plant. Takes oil and processes it into petroleum. This processing building requires oil to produce oil special good petroleum. Processing building needs to be placed inside the industry area. Right, so if we're generating oil here, we need to think about storage, which is this thing. A small crude oil storage with pumping station pipes and for tanks with storing oil industry raw materials. Storage building cannot replace the right. So we're going to want these around here, aren't we? Storage mode balanced. Okay. Welcome back, Easter Clock. Right, so we've got production, well, extraction here, storage here. I presume they're going to take the oil to here. That's how I see it going down. And then they'll take it from there to the plant. But we shall see. Daniel Malcolm. Thank you for the host, Daniel. Use the static industry areas to one-way systems. It's a risky move, Hannah. One-way systems and Skylines. You know what it's like. So processing is going to then produce the goods, which then is going to go to here, presumably. We'll see how it works out. We can always move things. Wow, they're quite small. Wait, what are these? What's that purple circle? Active, inactive. Do I need to have something within that purple circle? Like, do I need to have the storage thing inside of that? Or it won't work? Your router can only output 100 megabits out, Phillips. I don't think it means it needs to be in range of storage or extraction. You think that it means it needs to be in range of either storage or extraction. So now I'm thinking, what does that actually, what rate does that convert at? What? I thought I put power here already. At the moment, I don't know what ratios we need. Just have to see what happens. Right, 11 barrels, here we go. You need a smog mask inside the purple circle. It's a pollution radius. That makes sense. Don't care about pollution. This is Nutroid. Okay, well, barrels are happening. But I don't see any trucks yet.
Welcome back, Nutter.
That's the weirdest truck. Let's see where they go. The Farm Sim fan Walkerback. What we're doing? We're building an oil processing plant. We're producing 24 barrels at the moment. But none of them have any freight trucks in use, which is kind of confusing me. How's it getting from here to here then? And what's this lot doing? It's got 100% oil. From where?
Nutter.
Jaggis, thank you for gifting us up to Daniel Malcolm. Welcome back, Daniel. Thanks, Jaggis. So they got oil from somewhere, but they didn't get it from here. Storage 40 of 300 barrels now. Okay, looks like we're about to start doing something over here. Production rate 4,000 units per week. They spawned at the rig. Or at the pump, you mean? Well, he's on his way back with something. Importing oil products. It's not meant to import. Milton Dev, 27 months. Had 3 months. I've had 3 anniversaries this month because of the Twitch update. Scumbag. There we go. 5 trucks. Not bad, Milton. Thank you, bro. Are we hitting peak oil? I'm struggling to work out the ratios at the moment. It's just getting going here. But I'm not really getting any info. It looks like we're starting to build up a storage of petroleum. Which is kind of curious. Because we're not storing any oil. So I don't know where they're putting petroleum, to be honest. Oh yeah, we do have 11 of 14 barrels, 6 of 16 barrels. Where are they putting this petroleum? Are they just exporting it? It's important because your storage tanks are set to fill them. Right. I see. Well, actually, they're unbalanced, aren't they? Aims to keep the storage half full and half empty. Exporting goods. Exporting goods from a print shop. Wait. I think they're coming from over... I don't know where they're coming from. What's Squirrel doing, Presley? Squirrel is currently confused as to what's actually happening in his industrial area. So we've just built a new oil processing facility. We've got extractor pumps here. we've got storage tanks here for the oil. And then we've got this thing here that converts oil into petroleum. So in theory, it should now be exporting petroleum. But actually, it says we're storing 8 barrels of it, so I can't work out why we're storing it. Confused.com. Own production 2/3, importing. We're importing way too much here. You tend not to use storage until later, so it goes from pump to processing. Right. What do you have your storage facility set to store, Hannah? We don't get a choice, do we? It just says oil. I don't get to change it. Because I think the type is... It's an oil tank farm. A small crude oil storage, so you don't get a choice on that yet. The massive oil reserves are a nightmare for traffic. What, these things? Hunty Ash4, thank you for 3 months. I am so nutty I've chosen to stay for 3 months. Thank you. Now looking at this, I think the amount of petroleum's going up, which means we may need another one. That's what I'm seeing.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Policies, improve logistics. What does this do? Packing and scheduling deliveries is more efficient due to advanced industry and vehicle tracking systems. Increases storage capacity of extractors and processing buildings by 20%. Improve work safety supervision. Nope. Advanced automation. Increase production output by 10%. Okay. I'm not loving the fact that we're importing almost everything. That's kind of telling me that we need to build more of these. I know that's probably a really, really bad idea, but I'll find out the hard way. I'm kind of thinking we're going to need some more interconnecting roads here, though. Oh, we're going to drill, don't worry about that. Ugh. Black gold, Texas tea, exactly. You can make your own resources, Ajax. Well, we put oil down, so yeah. Mrs. Frosty. Okay. 196 barrels acquired. 3 barrels of oil became 4 barrels of petroleum, I think. Weekly output 4 barrels. That's rubbish. Produce resource units until next level. That's going up. It's going up rapidly, that is. Total profit minus $3,000. What? How can we be pumping oil out the ground and losing money? acquired Hannah, yeah. It's because you're storing loads. Okay, we'll set them to empty then. And we'll have one unbalanced, just to keep things ticking along. We've almost unlocked some stuff, I think. You can zone your land and choose the resources so you decided where the oil is. Right, here we go. Petrochemical plant, a small oil drilling rig, household plastic factory, oil industry workers barracks, and a crude oil storage cavern. A small oil drilling rig for extracting oil industry raw materials from an underground reservoir. Extractor needs to be placed on oil field inside the industrial building. Cost 12,000, production rate 6,400 units per week, 5 trucks. Cost 10,000, production rate 4,800. Right, so the ones that I've built are rubbish compared to these, right? Because these do 6,400 and they only do 48. Oil cavern is good if you want to be a James Bond villain. Ah, Mr. Bond. So maybe get rid of some of these. Tedious much? Right, let's put some of these bad boys down. Now I've got a petrochemical plant and that one, which we already had, and a workers' barracks. Increases the work efficiency of the workers in the industry area. Each building increases the work efficiency by 5% up to a maximum of 100. Auxiliary building needs to be placed inside the industry area. So that's just a plus percentage, right? Let's build a petrochemical plant. Thing is, I feel like I'm just guessing like how many of these things we need. $67 barrels of oil. All coming from owned production now. Yes, I like that. 4 barrels going into petroleum, which is absolute rubbish. So we'll have some more of them. Let's see what that looks like. Remove all the small pumps and cover the whole area in big ones. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I mean, I was kind of gauging to see how close we can put these things. Because they do generate a lot of traffic. Stupid colouring makes it really hard to see the squares. Uh-oh. Got a power issue then. Did the oil fills run out, Ruben? No. Industry used to be, in the early days of Skylines, whatever resources were on the map used to run out, and then somebody quickly made a mod to say resources don't run out. And I think it's now a game option. Because it doesn't really make much sense, really. You just deplete a whole area within just a few game years, and all that investment's gone. Fire coverage. Fire coverage isn't bad, but we should probably put a few of these up just to make sure the tower coverage is fine. $100 barrels coming in, 14 to petroleum. Plastics measured in tons. We're actually making a profit though. The new oil rigs are too far apart. It's really annoying, this. There we go.